like you forgot. I call a shot. Like blah, blah, blah. Y'all should know me well enough.
Rasta Jamaican in the United States of America.
I shouldn't see ya. Drop double R, fuck a beamer. Grass green, but I still hustle for make it greener. More cheese on my bread, it look like pizza. TVS, so cold, straight out of my freezer. I'm in a plate like the dealer. Top shadows and squeezers. In a top to bum bitch, my time feeders. Hot head, fever, top model, diva. Top bottles with the champion. Handle the ball like Kyrie. Ivy, Benny, she decide. Lipstick, red like it's Ferrari. You gon' make me flash on a bitch like a paparazzi. I'm too fly to crash up, but fucking kamikaze. Shensia, drop double R, fuck a beamer. Like a shot like trigger finger, I'm a stinger. My outfit a murder, it's a felony. Bitches all in my business without an LLC. And I do this shit for practice. Son so many bitches, I might put them on my taxes. Caribbean Serena with the racket. I ain't going back and forth with bitches cause they ratchet. Them a real blood clot man muscat. Can't start beef cause the water run deep. I got the type of money that can put you 6 feet. Call myself to sleep in $10,000 sheets. Bitches look like lumps, say a graceless.
Very, very secure woman. Trust me. She's learned that quality matters more than quantity. She doesn't need a crowd to validate her worth. Her confidence comes from within, not from the approval of others. She's not afraid to stand alone because she knows her own strength. She's selective with her energy and who she lets into her life. She's seen the fake friendships, the drama, and the gossip, and she's walked away from all of it. She's built a life that's peaceful and drama-free, and she's happier for it. She doesn't need to be surrounded by people to feel complete. She's comfortable in her own company. She knows that true friends are rare, and she'd rather have a few real ones than a bunch of fake ones. Her small circle is made up of people she can truly trust, people who have proven their loyalty. She doesn't waste time on meaningless relationships.
You know they fucked up losing you, right? See, now it's time to show them what they really missed out on. It's time to show them that dog that's in you. It's time to show them what you really made of. See, they was sleeping on you. Now it's time to wake them up.
What's going on, everyone? This is Star. Welcome to the channel. And how was your week? My week was fine, thank you. Listen. So, any updates on my life? Yes. They're still plotting. Trying to send a man to my door to seduce me. Maybe you all are driven by sex. Maybe that's it and you're just assuming I'm the same way. No, I'm not. You know, the saddest thing about all this is if everybody would have minded their own business, we wouldn't be here. Had people tried not to control my life, control my destiny, we wouldn't be here. Had people just been content with their own lives, we wouldn't be here. This whole thing is sad, and I'm sorry to say, it's a lot of mental illness going on. And I've said it before, and I will say it again. You all don't have any real friends because your real friends would drive you to the hospital. You all need mental help, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being really serious. Since you all couldn't mind your business, now the law is involved. And whose fault is that? It's your fault. Because you all are grown adults and you knew exactly what you were doing.
The only recipe to a long-term successful relationship is to never leave. That's the only way you can get 30, 40 years. Said. To never leave. Yeah. Because we're going to go through some things. And there's going to be a lot of things that I say, this is it. This is the non-negotiable. But if I really am in it to be in it forever, like from the beginning, before I meet a man, I'm saying when I commit, I'm just doing this forever. That means I'm signing up and forgiving you before you do any of the bullshit you may come with. And that's challenging, but that's what real commitment is. Commitment is I'm going to do what I said I was going to do no matter how I feel. That goes back to what? Emotional intelligence.
You'll walk away from a good woman just because you know you. You'll stay with a whore because she'll never know who you are. It's more comfortable for men for us not to be known. That's why it's hard for us to stay down with good women, because a good woman will look straight through you and say, you sad, ain't you? Nah, baby, what you talking about? I'm good. A whore ain't never going to ask you how you feel because she don't care. And many of us like that because we don't care about ourselves, and it feels good to be around people who don't care either. Because when people care about you, it challenges you to get better. When they don't, you can be whoever the hell you want to be. We are in trouble in this.
If it's one thing women know how to do really good, is keeping other women single.
Yeah,
women give other women the most horrible advice ever.
Yeah, I agree.
So that they can be single just like you. they really have a clandestine jealousy for women who are in a relationship. No one's looking for you. You're no man's first choice. You're absolutely no man's first choice, saying how you don't need no man and how we don't need y'all. What do you mean we, lady? You're only one person. What do you mean we don't need y'all? You are no man's first choice. Stop trying to recruit these young girls and have them recycle your way of thinking to pull them on your side, because these young girls and women that are aligning themselves.
Side note, imagine your ex and your family get together and steal your inheritance. And they're flossing money in the community, flossing money to the pastor. The homes they got are in the rich girl's name. Nothing is in their name. It was the rich girl the whole time. Now, who's the rich girl? Well, they call her King Star because she's taking care of the whole damn community. And the community's upset. Why? Because that money is coming back to me, finally.
If Diddy goes down, everybody goes down. The Tupac, the indictment for Biggie, you're going to see a bunch of executives start leaving their job. You see Kevin Liles? Kevin Liles and TREY SONGZ was in a relationship for a long time.
Like couple-wise, I wouldn't expect that.
That was his manager.
Copy.
And then as soon as he wasn't his manager no more, what happened to TREY SONGZ' career?
Right.
And if Diddy can go, if people can have the heart to go and get Diddy, oh, it's a bunch of these motherfucking niggas that's going.
The garden area and employees led us to underground tunnels. We had to take an elevator and stairs. We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel. The entrances and the exits are in your face, but there's no way that you can just walk through tunnels. You'll get stuck. You'll go deeper and deeper. You won't be able to come back out because it's hard, because the tunnels run all different directions for miles and miles and miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to be led in and out. I think people assume that when you get underground, it's just this dirt, and you keep going deeper, and there's more dirt, and then there's cages of children. No, that's not how it works. There's cities underground. There's warehouses underground. There's actual homes underground. People build these tunnels, and they've built them for decades. There's a lot, and elite celebrities, they go down there for parties.
All right, raise your hands if you ever been to an underground celebrity party. Go ahead, raise your hands. None of you? Stop it, you're lying. I remember when I was a kid living in Detroit, and I had a friend that lived at the end of the block. And she invited me into her home, and I was surprised because nobody had ever been into her home. I went into her home, and it was nothing but marble and gold everywhere. It was like a California house, and I was shocked. And in the living room, her uncle was sitting, and he was part of a very famous singing group. And my friend was acting nonchalant, like, yeah, that's my uncle. Her family was very smart because they didn't want the neighborhood to know that the family had money. I know several people that have made it to mainstream television. I had a classmate who made it to ESPN. I had a neighbor who became an actor on a primetime television show. Plus, there was a number of athletes that made it to the NFL, to the NBA. It was a lot. Now, what all these people had in common that made it to the mainstream was that they were all very smart, and they worked on their craft every day, and they put in the work, and they didn't cut corners. Now, do people who cut corners make it to certain spots? Yeah, they do, but how long are they going to last is the question, because if you never put in the work, you can get kicked out of your spot at any time. So when the person in my old neighborhood made it to ESPN, was I shocked? No, because that person would always have a newspaper in their hand. They was always researching. They was always obsessed with ESPN. That person eat, sleep, and breathe sports. I was not shocked at all because they put the work in. What do they say? You have to put in 10,000 hours to master something? Yeah, people have to put in crazy work to get in those top positions because no one's going to give you anything. Now, am I right about that? I'm Star, the real magician. Good night.